Modern Real Estate Practice, page 90. Section 16 was set aside for school purposes, and the sale or rental proceeds from this land were originally available for township school use. The schoolhouse was usually located in this section, so it would be centrally located for all the students in the township. As a result, Section 16 is commonly called a school section. Figure 6, period 5, sections in a township. And you can see 16 is pretty close to the center. You got north, west, east, and south. Sections are divided into halves, 320 acres, and quarters, 160 acres. In turn, each of those parts is further divided into halves and quarters. The southeast quarter of a section, which is a 160 acre tract, is abbreviated southeast 1/4. The southeast 1/4 of southeast 1/4 of southeast 1/4 of section 1 would be a 10 acre square in the lower right hand corner of section 1. See figure 6, period 6. The old measurements in chains and rods are defined in figure 6, period 8. Figure 6, period 6, a section. You got 5,280 feet across the top. You got 2,640. Underneath that, you got 40 chains. To the right of that, you got 160 rods. This is the northeast 1/4, which is 160 acres. This piece here is 1,320, 20 chains. East half of northwest 1/4 equals 80 acres. I'm not going to do all these, but you can see how it goes. The rectangular survey system sometimes uses a shorthand method in its descriptions. For instance, a comma may be used in place for the word of southeast 1/4, southeast 1/4, southeast 1/4. Page 91, section 1. It is possible to combine portions of a section, such as northeast 1/4 of southwest 1/4 and north half of northwest 1/4 of southeast 1/4 of section 1, which could also be written northeast 1/4, southwest 1/4, north half, northwest 1/4, southeast 1/4 of section 1. A semicolon means and. Because of the semicolon in this description, the area is 60 acres. Math shortcut. To calculate acres in a rectangular survey system description, multiply all the denominators and divide that number into 640 acres. For instance, the southeast 1/4 of southeast 1/4 of southeast 1/4 of section 1 equals 4 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 4 equals 64. 640 divided by 640 divided by 64 equals 10 acres. Reading a rectangular survey description. To determine the location and size of a property described in the rectangular or government survey style, start at the end and work backward to the beginning, reading from right to left. For example, consider the following description. See figure 6.6. The south one half of the northwest 1/4 of the southeast 1/4 of section 11, township 8 north, range 6 west of the 4th principal meridian. To locate this tract of land from the citation alone, first search for the principal meridian on a map of the United States and note its baseline. Then, on a regional map, find the township in which the property is located by counting 6 range strips west of the 4th principal meridian and 8 townships north of its corresponding baseline. After locating section 11, divide the section into quarters. Then divide the southeast 1/4 into quarters. And then the northwest 1/4 of that into halves. The south half of that northwest 1/4 contains the property in question. Legal description should always include the name of the county and the state in which the land is located, because meridians often relate to more than one state and occasionally relate to 2 baselines. For example, the description, the southwest quarter of section 10, township 4 north, range 1 west of the 4th principal meridian, could refer to land in either Illinois or Wisconsin. Meets and bounds description within the rectangular survey system. Land in states that use the rectangular survey system may also require a meets and bounds description. This usually occurs in one of 3 situations. 1. When describing an irregular tract. 2. When a tract is too small to be described by quarter sections. Or 3. When a tract does not follow the lot or block lines of a recorded subdivision or section, quarter section lines, or other fractional section lines. Lot and block method. The third type of legal description is the lot in block, the recorded plat method. This system uses lot and block numbers referred to in a plat map filed in the public records of the county where the land is located. The plat map is a map of a town, a section, or a subdivision, indicating the location and boundaries of individual properties. The lot and block method is used mostly in subdivisions and urban areas. A lot and block survey is performed in 2 steps. First, a large parcel of land is described either by the meets and bounds method or by a rectangular survey. Once this large parcel is surveyed, it is broken into smaller parcels. As a result, a lot and block description always refers to a prior meets and bounds or rectangular survey description. For each parcel described under the lot and block system, the lot refers to the numerical designation of any particular parcel. The block refers to the name of the subdivision under which the map is recorded. The block reference is drawn from the early 1900s, when a city block was the most common type of subdivided property. The lot and block system starts with the preparation of a subdivision plat by a licensed surveyor or engineer. See figure 6.7. On this plat, the land is divided.